My name is Wuraola Olalekon, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I share life transforming tips, practical, actionable steps that will help you become a better version of yourself. Today is day one of the breaking news that Asuu has called off the strike. And I remember waking up this morning when I opened WhatsApp, our class group chat. There was this panic because one of our lecturers was typing. Or more, everybody was like, he's typing. I was like, okay, what's he about to say? Like, he had been waiting for the strike to be called off. And he announced that we'll be having our first class, or we'll be resuming on Thursday, resuming his lecture on Thursday, and we should prepare for our test a week or latest to after. And for hours, I did not believe what was happening. Like, I cannot believe my eyes. I honestly was just like, okay, probably they're still whining us. Like, you know how Asuu have been going on with this back and forth thing. Probably they don't know what they're doing yet, right? I mean, everybody's going to be fine. Let's see when they will change the news or cancel or whatever. Like, because we've been praying for Asuu to call off the strike. We've been wanting Asuu to call off the strike. But now it's like we are so comfortable with whatever it is we already have going. And it's like a sudden shock. Like, okay, wait, I'm actually still a student. Wait, I actually still have to go back to school. So many things were going on in my head. And I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, I'm actually going to go back to school. Like, wait, what? Like, that realization. And I posted this on my story. So how are you guys preparing for resumption? Because, like, how are we supposed to prepare? What's the memo? Someone should just tell us, like, at least you know that when you're going back, when you're going to school for 100 level, there's, like, a registration process, right? There is, like, something you're supposed to do. So all you experienced people who have experienced Asuu strike for a long time, what's the memo like? How are we going to, like, go back and what are we doing? Okay, and I asked that question, but not so many people gave me answers. We were all just wondering. And I have a few answers, right? Or there are a lot of things in my head that I'm beginning to pen down on how I can, like, plan resumption and how I can at least be able to transition from this phase where I'm at to the school phase, which we are not really sure how it's going to be. One thing we know is, depending on your school, that some of them would like to rush us. Some of them would like to compress the course that was supposed to take 13 weeks, probably put into, depending on how crazy they are. And we have to do, like, a lot of things in a rush so as to still meet up with the calendar or whatever. Some schools might not do that, but it just depends on your school. And I'll be speaking for my school. You know that my school, they're going to rush us. But it's like, now, how are we preparing for whatever it is we're going to face in school, right? And that's basically what I want to share in this video. And here are a few things that I'm going to be doing that I want to carry you along with. So first things first, I decided that I was not going to panic. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say terrible things. If you watch my video, you know how I emphasize on your words and how it affects your life and then what is in your heart, basically. So I'm not going to be negative about the whole thing. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take charge of the situation. And my response is going to be entirely different from whatever it is that I'm seeing everywhere. You choose how you respond to situations. So first thing I'm doing is choosing how I'm going to respond to the situation. And I choose to be calm about it. I choose to not worry. I choose to not fear. I choose to not fear. Fear. I choose to not be afraid. I choose to remain calm. I choose to have peace of mind. I choose to let nothing steal my joy. And when there is a problem, there is a solution. That's what I believe. Wherever you find a problem, then there's a solution for that problem, okay? So how can I deal with this situation, this sudden shock, this sudden thing that has come upon great Nigerian students? How am I going to deal with it? Or how am I going to respond to it, basically? And another thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be planning. I'm really going to be planning, and that is one thing that I've learned this period of outside school. Planning is very important. This proverb or this adage or this word that says that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you really want something to work, you need to plan ahead. And so I'm really going to start planning for the school session. I don't know how it's going to be like, but I already have a picture. You've been in school for years, right? So you already know how the timetable is going to be. Create, like, room for the worst to happen. So if you usually have classes from, like, 8 to 9, no. From, like, 8 to 2, plan, okay, probably you have only, like, 2 hours lecture during that period. Plan your 8 to 2 or plan your 8 to 5. Plan like you have, like, 8 to 5. How much hours am I going to give to reading to be able to catch up? Because it's like, especially if you've not been reading during the Asuu strike, it's like you left, like a generator or a car, you left parked for years. I put years because you understand. So it's like there's an engine you just bought, or there is a car you just left dormant, or there is something you've left inactive for a long period of time. Now you've left it for a long period of time and you just want to go back to it, it's not really going to kickstart. Like, it's like a process, right? And the process has been like, this wheel has been stagnant for a long time. for the engine or for whatever it is, or for that wheel to continue in that process, you need to add lubrication, you need to add oil, you need to be patient with it so it doesn't snap. There are a lot of processes. So how best can you effectively transition from this state of not reading academic books to now speed reading academic books? What will work for you? Some of the things that I believe would work is having a group. Find a study group. If it works for you, if it doesn't work for you, find a study group or an accountability group. People you can build with, people you can pace yourself with, people that are committed to growth and are committed to the goals you have for yourself or the goals they have. Let your goals align and be like, okay, this is what is happening. We all understand the situation of things. Let's work together. Let's build this thing together. Let's be able to, let's read. Let's meet and read. When we meet, we are not gisting. We're not talking about content creation. We're not talking about business or entrepreneurship. We are going to study. This is after you've planned, right? This is after you've planned how much time you're going to allocate to your academics, how much time you're going to allocate to whatever you found doing during the Asuu strike that you would not want to completely abandon, okay? This is something you enjoy, you love, you're passionate about, and you really enjoy doing, and you don't really want someone or Asuu to just take it away from you, knowing that they don't really have a stable system, right? So you don't want a system that just takes that thing that you found away from you. So you want to be able to effectively plan and allocate time for all these things that you've gotten yourself involved in. Prioritize, okay? Right now, the first priority is academics, and every other thing falls in place, right? Or one of the first priorities is academics. So prioritize your academics. How much time are you going to allocate to it? What are the sacrifices you need to make? Sometimes, I think sleepless nights might be incorporated, leaving your comfort zone. A lot of things are just going to change, and we need to be ready for this change. Let me just summarize the tips that I've been saying. First things first. Have a group. Be in a group of people. Have a study group where you can pace yourself, set deadlines. Okay, we have this course to study. We have this. Once you are working with a group of people, like community just makes things better. And so once you have like a group of people to work with, it makes your work easier. Like it takes the burden or the load away from yourself. You're able to talk about things. You're able to share ideas. You're able to share more productive ways that can help you guys grow and be better at the academics and really give yourself to this thing. And it also gives you a sense of, I'm not alone here. I'm not doing this alone. I have people that I am building with. I have people that we are running with. I have people that I can call on. I have people that I'm accountable to. So even when I don't feel like reading, even when the lecturer begins to frustrate me, we can just laugh about it and then move on, knowing that this is temporary. And once I'm done here, I'm done, bro. Bruv, I'm done. So it's about giving your very best to ensure that you just get this phase out of it once and for all and get on with the life you really want to live. It is temporary. It is one of the things you face in life. I remember when I was applying for something entrepreneurial, one of the questions that I was asked was, how has your business been able to thrive through difficult times? There's this proverb that says that if you fail during hard times, that means there was nothing in your strength, or you were not strong enough in the first place. Or if you break during hard times, during difficult situations, that means there was not much of you in the first place. So many times the pressure and the breaking, the stretching, the pruning will test you, but it won't completely, don't let it completely shatter you. Don't let it leave you worse than it met you. Let it leave you better than it met you. And many of these things that happen help us create capacity. So really choose your response this time. Choose how you respond to this thing that has come. Okay, and I hope to create more content like this, or share, like take you guys on this journey with me, because I'm also a student, right? I'm a final year student, and I'm talking now, you see it in my mouth. I don't know how it's going to be when I finally resume, because I'm still in my father's house, but I really like to take you guys on this journey with me. So I think I might vlog a bit, maybe, but not promising, but maybe, y'all. But I'm excited. For some reason, I'm really excited. Like, I'm really excited because I'm now able to finish once and for all. Like, okay, let's just resume and finish this course and let me get my certificate once and for all. Like, this thing that we started, let's just finish it. Yeah, that's why I'm excited. So let me know your thoughts. How is your response? How are you going? How are you coping with this phase? Let me know your response in the comment section. And thank you so much for coming to the end of this video. My name is Wuraola Olalekon, and I'm here to make your life better. Yes, I'm actually here to make your life better. Trust me to share life-changing tips, transforming tips that would help you. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, just subscribe and let's just get this thing. Let's get it rolling. Let's get the ball. I didn't used to like school at a point. But it's all good. Let's see how it goes. You make greater, that will help you be a better version of your step. That will help you be better version. That will help you become a better version of your step. Whew. That was a load of outro.